Hello, hello. How's everybody doing tonight? It is time for us to resume our regular masochist thing. I am tired. Um, but I wanna play game before I go to bed. So we're gonna play game before I go to bed. How does that sound? Um, don't expect the most scintillating of commentary. We're gonna be playing games. And I make no promises that I do much more. I'm not even gonna promise to play competently. I'm just gonna promise to play games. Alright, in and on to Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel! Uh, no. I don't feel the need to mess with that. I just want to play Yu-Gi-Oh! 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 We'll go first, because that's how we go. I'm gonna be honest, I hadn't thought to go properly look at Twitch until like just now. That's how out of it I am. But let's do Goyo. No, we're gonna do the Archfiend's Call. Because this is gonna have to survive a turn before it can do anything. And so in that case, we want the thing that is less likely to suffer while trying to do that. I need it to be able to serve purpose. No, we're good. I could. No, yeah, we're gonna pass. We're gonna let it come to our turn. We could try and special Flare Synchron, but it's not actually what we need right now. Um, I'm kind of thinking we go Cyber Wizard Soma. Do I have a good 7? I have a good 7. Yeah. Nope. Oh, I could also theoretically make a Transcendosaurus, but I'm not actually. I would rather have 2 big guys than 1. Oh, I could do Cyberus Enchanter with 3 materials. No, I can't because I don't have the zone. Not unless I use Archfiend's Call as part of the Synchro materials, and I'm not prepared to do that. Or part of the Link materials. I'm not trying to sacrifice my current big guys to get new big guys on board just yet. Chunk Breaker, interesting. That tells me this is also probably a Masochist deck. Hello, hello. Fast turn. No. 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 Having this does mean I can resummon Fleur Synchron later in order to make, in order to also make Goyo Predator, which is nice. That's not good. Nope. That's not the time for that. Nope, we're good. I accept that I'm losing Chidori here. That's fine, honestly. It's not a problem in the long term for my plans. Oh. Okay, that is a good win. That is a clean win. We probably could have gone for Transcendosaurus. It really was mostly just personal preference that we keep. Like, I would rather have 2. My personal instinct is that I would rather have 2 medium, tough guys, one with protection over one just big guy who's gonna die. Alright, let's take a look here. Another Abyss Actor card. We don't have the Abyss Actors for this. But I think we do have an Abyss script. This doesn't do anything. Like, we're not running dinosaurs and like, we're not running normal monsters, so it's not good on either end. One face-up monster you control, equip this card to it, or unequip it and special summon it. If it's destroyed and sent to the graveyard while equipped to a monster, you can special summon it. That's not good. Like, it's repeatable equip, because if it's got the classic, the creature would be destroyed, destroy this instead. So it never really goes away, but that's still not good. We don't have Gladiator Beasts. Mayakashi Mayhem. We don't have Mayakashis, really? This is not the worst board wipe like. This is probably the best removal, one of the better removal pieces we've seen. That's a possible run right there. Esperanza Glyph. No, that doesn't. No. Ooh, if I had Valance Field spells, I would be running this so fast. Add Senate Switch? If it's in your graveyard, you can banish it to place a Valance monster straight into the Pendulum Zone. Wait, hold on. Senate Switch? I remember this card right, yes? It's literally just a continuous spell that lets you move your guys around. Oh my dear. There's 2 Valance Field spells, neither of which we have. And they kind of want you to work together. Senate Switch? No, it does nothing unless you have specific cards that care about it. We don't. This would be decent even without the Senate Switch effect. If we had a Valance Field spell we wanted, but we don't, so it's not. In the meantime, Legacy Pack. Oh, it's my favorite terrible card. Mori, Mori, Mori. Mori. It's our favorite terrible card. Okay. So, okay. This one's bad in a really special way. Oh my dear. How do I explain the magic that is armed dragon catapult cannon? Okay, so I need to explain 3 different archetypes to explain the magic that is armed dragon catapult cannon. The first deck archetype I need to explain is the best of them. So okay. We're gonna have to click through. Oh yes, perfect. Okay, this actually shows everything we want to care about. Okay. So the first cards we need to talk about are X Head Cannon, Y Dragon Head, and Z Metal Tank. This is a series of cards that Kaiba uses in the first Yu-Gi-Oh series. They are. It's these 3 cards that can. The idea is that they can contact fuse, which means fusion summon without a polymerization card. So they can contact fuse into XYZ Dragon Cannon, which is their ultimate form. Or, any combination of pieces for any number of smaller, less important combo cards. So Kaiba had these cards that he used all through the first seasons of Yu-Gi-Oh! Then, in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, the second series of Yu-Gi-Oh!, they introduced a character named Chaz. One of the decks that he used was also this same deck. The XYZ, these light Union monsters. So there's 2 more of them from that, W-Wing Catapult and V Tiger Jet. So now you have VWXYZ, right? So you have obviously the separate combo for the new guys, and then they can combo all together for a big ultimate boss monster. It's really cool, right? You'll never summon this thing in a normal game of Yu-Gi-Oh, but it's cool. It's literally just like Power Rangers, like classic Sentai, like combining vehicle stuff. It's cool. Kaz also uses a second group of monsters. These are the armed dragon monsters. They start typically as. Do I not have. Here, let me click through to here. It starts with this baby. It was one of the LV series monsters. So it starts with this baby, and you progressively level it up 3, 5, 7. Nope. Nope. 7. And then, of course, as you can see here, it ended up combining into a bunch of other additional forms as the series went on because, like, anime power-ups. You get the idea. Kaz used these 2 archetypes, and so eventually the Yu-Gi-Oh! People decided they wanted to come up with a cool combined for like putting both of these archetypes together, right? So they came up with Armed Dragon Catapult Cannon, which is literally the armed dragon boss monster wearing the VWVXYZ Dragon Catapult Cannon as a mech suit. It rules. It's stupid. There's no synergy between these 2 decks. Except, hold on a second. Because there's no direct synergy between these 2 decks. But Chaz used a third archetype of monsters. Meet the Ojamas. These guys are horrible little entities that Chaz, for some reason, insisted on using. They're bad, they're terrible, they do. Okay, let me just click through one of these and just show you some of the nonsense. This was their original boss monster, right? It's bad. But, confusingly, because Chaz had these 3 archetypes, and the 2 archetypes on either end have no synergy whatsoever. The folks over at Konami decided the only proper solution to this problem was to use the Ojamas as a bridge. So Ojama Simulation lets you reveal your, XYZ Dragon Catapult Cannon or whatever and get the materials by banishing Ojamas. Oja Match lets you send Ojama stuff in order to get your armed dragon stuff going. And so, by some miracle, the only way I have ever seen anybody actually make an attempt to summon this incredible boss monster is by using these horrible little gremlin dudes in order to make everything work properly. Because the deck does not function. It's stupid, it's bad, it's terrible. It does not function. But through the magic of having terrible little guys, you can make it pretend it functions. And back when my friends, when Maury and I and a third friend of ours were getting back into Yu-Gi-Oh some time ago, the idea of this deck so haunted our minds that we simply had to. We put more effort into this deck than Konami did. Because it was like, this was the stupid cool thing we just absolutely wanted to do. And so I will always love this card. Even if it's the worst piece of trash that I've ever seen. So yeah, that's why I had to call Mori as soon as I saw it, because yeah, it's stupid, but we love it. I'm gonna swap this terrible floodgate that I can't make work I don't get the timing to use half the time in order to have an actual board wipe. Incredible, that's so bad. I don't even know where I picked that up. We definitely don't have... Yeah, that's what I thought. We definitely don't have... Oh, we don't have anything. I thought we had, like, one other unhelpful card. Why is this related? Why is that listed as related? That's so odd. But yeah, that's the only swap we're making from this, because the rest of this is terrible. Unusable. Alright, next game. Okay, opponent is choosing. That's never a good sign. Alright, they just passed empty board? That's not a good sign. I summoned Drillroid. No, they gave me first. That's worse. It means they're gonna FDK me. That's all it means, and I have no means of stopping them, so they're just gonna get to. Yep. Oh yeah, no, this is instantly we've lost here. I'm actually gonna turn this off for a minute. Uh-huh. At least they're playing a terrible deck like Burning Abyss, so we're gonna get our faces beat in by something that's not very good. Yeah, Phantom Knights are the kind of deck that can do basically Cold Fusion if you let them. The problem is, like, you can simply, under normal circumstances, you can simply not let them. You can basically just say, hey, actually no, and be fine. Uh-huh. Alright, there we go. That's what we expected. We're shockingly not dead here, but certainly not in a good position either. Oh, hey, Zeus. I suppose that would be a way to board wipe if I did anything untoward. In theory. Okay. Our opening move kind of has to be the swords. Ooh, that's not what I needed. We're gonna try the swords. Because if we can get this Zeus face down, then we're kind of in the clear. Okay. I have been passed back the. They've allowed the sequence of events to resolve. I kind of hope he tries to pop something. Because that would let me huge revolution, but I kind of suspect he won't. Oh, we're going doing labyrinth stuff now. Okay, we've super lost then, because that's not going to let us do anything. Yup. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've super lost here. We gave it our best shot, but we're gonna die at some point in this. And we don't have great responses. Alright. We are somehow not dead, but we're gonna be. It's just a matter of how long it takes. So we're going to set this, understanding that even though it can theoretically save us, it won't. Uh-huh. Yep, that was my last sorta out. Huh. Yep. Unsurprising, we did our best to fight back, but we never really stood a big chance. Alright, we get to go first, out of our own volition this time. This is not a good opener. We're gonna open Cyber Wizard, because it's at least got half decent attack. Hold on, my cat is rattling my door frame. Ma'am? Small cat. What's the problem? Matt, indeed. Oh, they did nothing. Okay, that's great. That's really good to hear, actually. I was so sure that we were gonna... Oh. Well, isn't that an interesting turn of events? Well now, how big is our big cyber sky? 2,400? Okay, we attack first then. Oh. Okay. Battle. Man. Hill. So this is how Yu-Gi-Oh! Is actually theoretically supposed to work. We send both of these two to summon Splash Mage. Splash Mage effect. Get the Cyber Wizard back. Cyberse Enchanter. See, now we've turned 2 cards into 3 cards worth of advantage. And that principle is the guiding principle for how modern Magic really kind of works. You want to turn your small advantage into a bigger advantage just over the course of a couple turns. To turn your individual cards into more than 1 card's worth of advantage. So either this person has drawn the brickiest of bricky hands ever for a row mages. Or they're also doing some kind of masochist thing. And just happen to have Humid Winds and a Aroma monster that they could get in their deck. They got what? Rosalina? Yeah, that should combo off for them. Okay, yeah, no, this is actually a deck then. Infip, this is the deck for sure. Yeah, Infip second activation, they're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay. Uh-huh. I think it's still negated, but it is still negated, but I might as well. Doing that gets it out of the way. It's not like I have a way to unnegate it for the turn. So it makes it's, in my opinion at least, courteous to go ahead and use it so that neither of us are sitting around waiting for an activation that doesn't exist. Triple attack for draw 2. Oh, I did turn that on, didn't I? Oh well. I shouldn't have done that then. Learning moment. It didn't occur to me that that would be how that worked. Uh-huh. Those are the 2 more dangerous, yeah. Especially given Cyberse Enchanter can pop back down into Cyberse Wizard. Known as floating in Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm curious how they're winning from here. I really have no idea. I don't know how this deck works very well. Yep. I regret to inform you that at this point we've probably lost. We don't have a great way to get... We need something good to get us back into the game. Now, there are cards that can do that. Any special summon would let us banish one of their cards. And also make Zaborg for a second point of destruction. Alright. Yep. They keep going. Oh, they accidentally put it into the blocked zone so they didn't get the effect. But they might not have even cared. Probably not, actually. They kind of got everything they wanted already? Aromalith Magnolia. Oh, they popped our point of removal. That's unfortunate. Kaiser Force Raider, that does do it. Does this have protection of any kind? Well, your life points, that's not in effect. Does this give any protection? No. So it's just the face down. Responsive? Besides to gain life points. You can always do that. Not a lot of life points, but enough. To possibly still keep them in the game. Ah. Off-field protection. So they've brought our life points down low enough that if they can manipulate... that they might be able to manipulate their life points to get above mine. Oh, no, that's how they do it. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and concede here. I don't have an answer to this. Alright, once more. Going first. Yes, yes. roaring. Okay, this is another person that's let us go first, which is a very bad person. So we're gonna play Justice Bringer in hopes that an interruption is enough to save us. Mayhaps 2 even, if you consider Layer 19 an interruption. Infit. No, I have nothing to do. So that's one of my reactions gone. Trap tricks. Okay. Nope. Yup. Yup. All of these things are expected. Uh-huh. Holutea. Oh. Yeah. Mm. With these, you always have to ask the question of how did we get here? Why are you playing Trap Tricks of all decks? Why are you playing Trap Tricks of all decks? Should not use the Justice Bringer react because it will turn on. Oh, they're just doing the same thing again. That's rude of them. I may as well activate it then. the idea of these is that they're all like predatory plants, like Venus flytraps and such. Honeydews and all that kind of thing. But also, yeah. Okay, we've made it through their turn successfully. Do they have... We can theoretically kill Rafflesia, but not in practice. Okay. Because even if we make a Didaratant, he's not going to be big enough. The only thing big enough would be Crazy Box. My effects are no longer negated, ma'am. Which means that your effects will be. So I can't destroy them all right now, but I can run over Thera repeatedly for damage. It's gonna be Murmelio again to clear my trap. Yup. Because they're not actually worried about my monsters, they're just worried about the trap. This deck falls, their deck falls into that aggravating category of decks that, like, take several turns after the game has been won to actually kill you. We've not lost entirely yet. No, stop. I want no more. But also you notice that, for example, Holutea has hole in the name. That's very intentional. Because they fetch holes. Yes, this deck is like that. I don't know why or who decided it would be a good idea, but it is. Oh, hey, here's a way that'll actually kill me. Good. I'm gonna go ahead and concede here. I don't see a version of this game where I win. I would need multiple removals that I simply can't get to. If they hadn't blown up my removal spell trap that I had played there, I might have stood a chance. But no, there was no way that was sticking around that long. And the fact that we're going second makes this hand really interesting. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It might be a Squamata Pass kind of game. Okay. Shangri-La. This monster, I may not be able to beat out this monster alone. Like, I may not be able to beat Shangri-La by itself. There's in fact reasonably high odds that I lose to just Shangri-La. Yeah, this hand doesn't do anything under this board. We lose. That's fine. Sometimes it's just gonna happen. That's okay. Sometimes we're gonna look at our hand and go, "Oh, this does nothing." We're gonna go first, as is our right. This is a mediocre hand. We can set, then set 2 more and pass. Nah. This is... I mean, yeah, we are probably losing, but we can pretend. Well, they haven't entirely wiped us out of the game yet, which is a plus. They haven't actually blown up our stuff yet. It's something. We don't have interactions regardless. All of our interaction is triggered. Unsurprising. Uh-huh. This is totally fine. Well, okay, that's an exaggeration. It's not totally fine, but, like, we can't do anything about it regardless. So it may as well be totally fine. We'll evaluate again when it gets back to our turn. But while we have no agency, and they haven't had a ton of, like, I don't know, they're just kind of doing stuff right now. Oh, Baron to floor. Honestly, if it had to be... I think they're just playing cards. I don't even know what they're trying to do. They're just playing cards. This could be anything at this point. I suspect this is a situation of, whoa, I haven't been interrupted. I have full combo and then some. Nah, they're enjoying themselves. It's fine. I love how they have exactly one, like, 2 interactions. Like, we're how many minutes in and they've presented 2 interactions? Oh, sure. Go into back into deal bell stuff. Why not? This is funny at this point. Come on now. Where are you going? Where are you going, buddy? I want to see. Do you have some fusion stuff prepped for us? Have you managed to get stuck in this combo? Yo! We no way! We let on connection fail. That's absurd. Why would it be connection failed of all things? I wanted to see their end board. Oh, that's terrible. On the one hand, that's the funniest way for us to win. On the other hand, I kind of feel bad. They were clearly in the middle of a long and complicated combo. No, Clockout would have been funny. That was just kind of sad. Oh, wait, what the heck, Suijin? No, this is terrible, but like, okay. Armored White Bear. If this is normal or special while a synchro is on the field, you can target a field spell in your graveyard and add it to your hand. That's not a useful effect. If it's destroyed by battle or sent to a graveyard, or if it's destroyed by an opponent's card effect sent to a graveyard, you can special summon a level 4 lower beast monster except this. Okay. That would be interesting. It could be interesting. I don't think it's useful now. This is bad. Do we have a Crystal Heart? I don't think we do. Hey, another Mayakashi monster. A bad one, but a Mayakashi monster nonetheless. Gyroid. I mean, it's a card. Honestly, wouldn't even be the worst card we'd ever played, but like... No, I don't. I don't have any synchros. This is not good. Well, okay, that's overstating it. Um, it makes a number of blockers. Which is 0 unless my opponent plays a field spell. So no. A zombie card. Continuing to make zombies more and more tempting over time. This is actually a pretty good card, too. Like, it specials if you have a zombie already, and if you have it on the field already and get a zombie, you can pop it back up to special the zombie and then bring it back down immediately as a second special. That's an interesting card, to be sure. Like, if we can make it work, it'll be really good. That's the kind of card that can make an engine work. To the point that unfortunately we have to look at zombies again. Not Mayakashi's, because this is still bad. This is still bad. No. We don't have field spells that we want to play in order to play Armored White Bear, or else I'd be really tempted. The synthesis also works with the bird. We're gonna have to actually very genuinely look at this zombie stuff. Okay, what are we looking at here? So we have a 3, and with the 4 we could make a 7. We could make a 7, which would be exactly Chidori. A repeatable 1. We have a copy. We have a synthesis that can get exactly Volcarion back. Okay, let's look at zombies in general. Do they have more specific effects that will help us? That doesn't matter. Ryukaki is not a good enough card. Crow Tengu. Crow Tengu's not bad. I don't have a great way to take advantage of it. Wait. What was the requirement on... Oh, I forgot about this one. This is also actually good. God, 1200 or less defense. Yeah, that's a gettable off goblin zombie. Why is this not in alphabetical order? So Crow Tengu is hypothetically like it's fetchable. Unusable. Grimston and Scourge only interact with each other. It's not great. This does nothing. This does nothing relevant. This also does nothing relevant. That would be useful if I could use it. Volcarion makes me really want to be able to use some of these. And the thing is, Goblin Zombie is good. Like, I have Goblin Zombie, Crow Tengu, Volcarion. I wish you could do an ore search here. Synthesis is good. Excuse me. Haunted Zombies is not good without a density. Ugh. How good would it even be to just... How good would it be to even just run Goblin Zombie and Volcarion? Volcarion's a tuner. Volcarion's a tuner, man. Ugh. Okay, I can't reasonably run Crotangu, because Crotangu would require, like, Crotangu only actually does something when specialed from Yard, and the only card that, and it misses the requirements for my only summon from Yard effect for these guys. Tatsu Necro doesn't work because I don't have zombie specials. I don't have zombie synchros. Haunted Zombies doesn't work because I don't have a density of zombies. So if I'm running zombies, right now it would just be Volcarion and Goblin Zombie. But Volcarion doesn't do anything if fetched with the Goblin Zombie. And Goblin Zombie wouldn't be doing anything but fetching Volcarion. And Volcarion, if I just have it, doesn't do anything unless I already have Goblin Zombie. Or get Goblin Zombie at some point afterward. But at that point, the Goblin Zombie's effect is turned off. So I think, unfortunately, I still have to pass. This kinda sucks. My zombies are so close. If I get one zombie with any reasonable effect, I suddenly have a zombie pack, playable zombie package. I just am just that one card short. Okay, yes, Bubble Ring, I still don't have anything that does anything with it. That was what I wanted to check. Volcarion, we're going to favorite that, because that's something we're going to be returning to over and over again. We could theoretically Gyroid. That would be stupid, but we could. We could, in theory, Gyroid and also Expressroid, but that would be a bad idea because Gyroid is bad, and Expressroid is not good unless you've already seen both Gyroid and Drillroid and lost both. So no. And unfortunately, that means overall we aren't making any changes off of this. Oh wait, hold on. We forgot to pull the, if this bonus pack gives us, if this legacy pack gives us a usable zombie, I might cry. No. Okay. This is a terrible card. I feel no pity for dumping both these immediately into the garbage bin. Like, no concern. That's fine and good. Moving right along. Alright, this is a hand, actually. This hand can do things. Um, what are they doing? Oh, Fiendsmith, okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and Mad Hacker. Yikes. They're just doing full. Yep, unsurprising. I'm probably dead, by the way. Uh-huh. 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 Excuse me. Can we... Can they kill us here? Probably. Uh-huh. This all happens? So we probably can't do anything to into this anymore, just as a heads up. Like, we've almost certainly just straight up lost. That's a standard GY. Ah, that's the one. Yeah, okay, we have no ability to play through this. Alright. One more time! One more time! One more time! One more time! Going first! This is not a great hand. But it does... It does set up some tricks for it. For our opponent, at least. And that's something we can maybe take advantage of. Excuse me. Alright. Nope. No need to activate. Sure, dude. Them summoning this tells me that they probably don't have anything else to do. Okay. I didn't properly account for what I forgot that, like, they updated the second some of these cards did things, frankly. We have an ability to deal with the True Light, which will hopefully knock the feet out from under them entirely. Nope. We let them keep going. We're waiting for them to... We're waiting for our turn entirely. Or I suppose if they DC, that still counts, but like. Yep, unsurprising. Okay, this works. We can play this. Ooh, I actually am now liking this hand a lot. Scale. Response? They do seem to have one. They do. Probably the best response they could give. Question is, what are they fetching? Destined Rivals. Okay, cool. That's fine. That's not going to save them. At least I don't think it does. Does that actually protect the board? No. Oh. But it lets them summon back. Okay, I get it. I get it. I get it. Um. Yeah, why not? It doesn't really matter which we do first. The Destined Rivals is still not online because it's not actually Blue Eyes. Or they have a second Blue Eyes in hand. No! So their negate is still entirely online. Oh my dear. Yeah, we don't have a response to quite this much. Try again. Going first. Okay, not our worst hand. We've seen and played worse. We're gonna set. I should probably have summoned Fleur Synchron and then set it face down with Soma, but this will be fine. This is gonna be so busted, I'm not even sure I want to deal with it. You know what? I don't actually even want to deal with this. I'm gonna be honest. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with it. Okay, could be worse. Could be worse. Let's add Emancipator Seeker. Oh, Tackle Crusader. That's a hit. Uh, there. Once again, Archfiend's Call is better for turn 1 because it actually has some amount of protection. Then we're gonna set Space Dragster and pass. We have the Viscount, and we could extend further, but I don't think extending further actually gets us anywhere, and Voltage Viscount will be just as effective next turn as it is this turn. Another Blue Eyes deck. Okay. Ugh. Ugh. Yep. Oh. I still don't have any answers. Uh. Yup. Yup. This is why it was so important to hold the voltage viscount. We just would have lost it here. Yeah. Yeah, I have no ability to do anything about that. Orochi the Squall. Still makes an 8. I don't have a 9, do I? Still don't have a 9. But I could steal the 8 and make Cyber's Enchanter. Which still wouldn't do much. I would be better off with the Crimson Blader. Yeah, let's go for inconvenience here. Alright. We're gonna summon Crimson Blader here. It won't save us in this situation, but it will certainly help us put up a fight. Oh, yes! Hold on. We can actually do that. And that's fine. Gets the call out of the way. We can... If I brain control the blue eyes, it doesn't let me actually run over anything additional. No, we save we save the brain control for a better moment. Now they're locked out of monsters for the next turn. Huh? We're doing fine here, honestly. Ooh, Drillroid. That's real tempting. Unfortunately, they turned their Azure Eyes to attack position, so we can't run over it with the Drillroid. As hilarious as that would be. We'll set the Drillroid instead, because we're probably not living next turn, but we can give it a go. Uh-huh. We've lost here, but we gave it a good go. I don't feel bad about it. We gave it a good go. I don't feel bad about this. Alright. Thank you so much for joining me. This has been a lot of fun. So, with Secret of the Mimic coming out, we are changing around Sunday's stream. So that's going to be Secret of the Mimic on VR, if I can get it working. Which, no promises that I can get it working. I'm gonna do what I can to test beforehand to see it, to try and make it work, but I am not confident. So we'll see if we can get it working. There may even be a test stream ahead of time just to make sure that I have it all functioning correctly, but we're going to try to do Secret of the Mimic VR on Sunday, followed by more Dead Space on Monday, and Prague on Wednesday. If you're not already, I would appreciate the follow. Everything is slowly being uploaded to YouTube on the Blast and VODs channel that's linked in the channel description. If you'd like to hear more the day-to-day, the more most up-to-date information on everything, join the Discord. Otherwise, thank you so much for your time. I hope you have a great night. Bye-bye.